there was a point where I had to make a decision and say, like, whatever measures we need to take, let's do it. So we took the extra measure to get the biopsy, the extra measure, you know, to do all those. And I think that's really, for me, I needed a peace of mind. I needed that. And I kept thinking, like, my father did it for us. Not that I wouldn't have done the same, but what that planted in me was I owe it to the rest of my family to turn over every rock.
I don't think it's always because we are fearful, and Black people could be the African in us. We are innately spiritual, even if we're not overly religious. We walk, that's not just swagger, we are walking to the beat of a spiritual drum.
Today we're gonna have a conversation, and this conversation is gonna be about an issue that's really affecting Black men today. According to the American Cancer Society, Black men are 2 times more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. You know, when I got that diagnosis, I mean, I don't know about you and Allan and Tony, but, you know, I didn't know. I didn't know what that meant. I was nervous. I was thinking of my family as well.
My name is Dr. Tavia Benjamin. I am a urologist. I'm chief of urology at Glen Cove Hospital. I think that the burden and the weight of the diagnosis is significant, and I think that being able to use that knowledge in a way to help alleviate fears, help create a roadmap, a plan, and hope.
There was the obvious question, is there a fundamental difference between different communities, different ethnicities? The differences were never as stark as the actual outcomes that you just mentioned, twice as likely. And so what they actually saw that they did slightly better, which starts to suggest that the healthcare system and the access to healthcare are a major, major driving factor between these differences.
Like Tony said, you demanded kind of that extra level, and I think that's what we have to do, right? We have to be very assertive and aggressive with our care.
It's a complicated topic because, you know, in medical school we're taught that eventually all men will die of prostate cancer. But, you know, Black men are a high-risk group. And the PSA, which is very important, I think, to get measured, there's no set point at which, you know, it hits this number and you better get checked out. It's more the trend and the changes. But you won't know that unless you check it out.
I asked my doctor, you know, what's going on with that? And she says, you know, at your age, it fluctuates. And I said, well, doesn't fluctuate mean up and down? It's only going up. So I demanded to see a specialist. And then they did the physical, biopsy, bingo, I had it. And the doctor's talking, it was like Charlie Brown. All you heard was wah, wah, wah. My wife is writing everything down. And so when I left, it was like a fog. But she guided me and gave me that strength, and God bless her, because I don't think the outcome would have been the same if I was by myself.
Call this the unspoken truth.